712-832-8001. And if you're in the UK, 0330-332-6541. Or join us via the Love 101 FM app that can be downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can also join us on Love 101 FM Facebook and YouTube Live. In the first watch today, AI-generated gospel music, issues and implications. And in the second watch, Hurricane Melissa's impact on church buildings. For our social media question, we ask, should AI be used to create gospel music, or does it compromise the message and ministry? We're asking you to share your responses on our Love 101 FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also on WhatsApp 876-997-3125 using the hashtag The Morning Watch. We'll share your responses later on in the program, but before all of that, here's I quote.
All right, good morning. So today's I quote says, just because something can be created by technology doesn't mean it carries the heart of humanity. This one is from an unknown source, but a very true quote.
Yes, not from AI, I assume.
Hopefully not.
Okay, the first watch after this break.
Eternal Father.
Right now, our brothers and sisters in Western Jamaica are hurting. Homes have been destroyed. Families are struggling to start again after Hurricane Melissa.
Love 101 FM, the family station, is calling on you to join hearts and hands in love in action.
You can make a difference today by donating cash or kind to help rebuild lives.
We're collecting non-perishable food items,
Bottled water,
baby supplies,
hygiene products,
toiletries,
cleaning supplies,
bedding, tarpaulins, and small household items.
Drop off your donations of cash and kind at Love 101 FM or participating partner churches island-wide.
Every can, every package, every dollar helps bring hope to the hurting. Together, we are Love in Action. Love 101 FM,
the family station.
Bow my head. Humble words my soul has said. A seed of faith is all I bring. Let it grow, let it spring. Span the sky above my side. Stretch the day into the night. Bless me indeed, oh Lord, I need. Enlarge my coast where hope can be. Let your hand stay close to God. With you near, I'll never hide. Hold.
Well, welcome back to the Morning Watch. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. And of course, what you heard a while ago was an AI-generated gospel song. How you like it? You see, artificial intelligence has already changed the way music is produced, written, and shared. And now, AI-generated songs, even those mimicking the voices of real gospel artists, are raising questions about authenticity, ownership, and the very nature of worship through music. Can technology truly convey divine inspiration? or does it risk turning ministry into mimicry? Well, to discuss this, we have online Jermaine Edwards, gospel recording artist, and Jimmy Sinclair, AI music producer and songwriter. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, morning.
Great. Good to have you both with us as we discuss this interesting and intriguing topic. I begin with you, Jimmy Sinclair. Uh, how really is AI generated music produced and created, especially gospel music?
All right. Generally speaking, there are two methods, and there's the shortcut method which a lot of people use, which is to just use AI to both coin the lyrics and then just do what I'd consider, in my opinion, a generic arrangement.
Mhm.
So that's the what I'd call lazy approach. The other approach is you as an artist, or for example, me as a writer, I can coin a particular idea, and I will now write out within that idea the different areas that I want to cover, and then basically craft a song from that. And then having done that, I'll now decide, okay, what kind of song do I wish to create? Is it do I want to do a praise and worship? Do I want to do a contemporary? Do I want to do a dancehall? And then from there, I will now design my output to get the song that I want in the end. So
Mhm.
even though AI can do a lot of things automatically to some degree, actually, and I'd say to some degree, because even though people are making this big, think about AI, I think to myself the other day that AI is really a tool that assists us as humans. It's like me saying to you, we have a 5-story building. You can
Mhm.
walk up the step, or you can use the elevator. The AI technically is the elevator. The step now represents the old method of doing things. It's just a tool that you can use, and you can use it to enhance your creativity. So
Mhm.
for me, I find it as a great tool and a great additive to have, and it does enhance my creativity because I too have created a gospel album, which I recently released, and the output was amazing.
That was AI generated?
Yes, all AI generated, but the
Mhm.
lyrical content and stuff were my lyrical contents, my lyrical ideas, and so far the reviews on it have been excellent. You
Mhm.
know, and people have connected with the song. Somebody after they listened the first song literally called me and said, "Boy, they're not sure they can get past song one yet to get to the rest of the album because the song resonates so much with them because." AI still has a human behind it. And a lot of people seem to be forgetting that AI is really just a tool, just like Microsoft Word, just like YouTube, just like all of these things that are now replacing some of the things we used to do. I mean, who writes a manual letter anymore? Do you get up in the morning and say, boy, I haven't spoken to John Brown in New Zealand for so long. Let me go handwrite a letter and go to the post office and post it off. Nobody does. You send an email
And
because
that's
that's the technology available. And it doesn't have your handwriting in it. It doesn't have your personalized signature. So are we saying now that the email lacks heart just because you didn't handwrite it? Is kind of the same question you're asking with AI. Does it lack heart because the computer generated the vocals? And then I'm saying to the entertainers, AI gives you the option now instead of going into a studio. You can stay at home, you can coin your song, you can in some of the models will allow you to record your voice so it can use your voice, it recognize your keynotes. So you can stay at home, generate your song idea, generate an arrangement, and then you pull the professional wave file and then you can take it to the studio, strip the stems, and record your voice over it if you want. But it reduces the amount of time that you'd have to spend in a studio to create a song. So instead of putting out one song a month, you might find that you can do 10, maybe more.
interesting. All right. Jermaine Edwards,
Yes,
a
sir.
lot said a while ago. Now, you have been a gospel artist for many years. What was your initial reaction when you first heard about this AI generated gospel music? And what are your thoughts now?
I mean, the truth is, it's not even off initial stage. I'm a producer, right? So I'm from 0 to 100. I do everything. So mix, master, I do all that. So I have suites of, Pro Tools stuff, and as mixing evolve,
Mm.
we have softwares that help us to find frequencies better. Now, those are AI generated. You don't have to do the work of having the perfect ear, because you may have a studio room that is not properly treated, and you probably sometimes can hear the frequencies that are off, so you can, overmix, and your mix is not translating to the car, or wherever, you're listening to music in. So the truth is, it have been a part of us long, long, long time. It's just that there's another aspect to it now, cause I think what my friend was referring to a while ago, where you can do a production, right? Now, the truth is, as a producer,
Mm-hmm.
mix engineer,
Mm-hmm.
is like having, for me, I can evolve greater using the tool. Many people just trying to do, and they have never wrote a song before, they have never done anything musically, and they just type in two lyrics and just say do that and whatever they start, and it just say, whoa, I created that. That's just the intro level of it. But if you are a real good person, you're a good songwriter, and you can, put things into perspective, you can use that tool to be greater than what you are. So you're going to have a lot of people doing it. The industry will be flooded with many people because now they have access, and it's great for them. But I believe it's a tool that can make a smart. Because trust me, the truth is, many people have ChatGPT, many people have all these different things, but there are some real smart geniuses that are using these tools to do greater things. So we're on for the ride right now. Believe me, the Bible speaks about five wise and five foolish virgins, and it speaks about being pure. But in the last days, the requirement has to be pure and wise. We have to get onto AI, because the truth of the fact is, many don't even know this, but the AI system will be what will control, because Satan, he cannot be omnipresent like God. So the truth is, AI would be what is going to be making Satan be able to be omnipresent and be everywhere. So
All
for
right.
now, we're enjoying it. Let's
Right.
do what we can do with it now.
Right. We're up on a break, gentlemen. We'll be right back to drill down further into this discussion. Soon come.
Get ready to take a trip down memory lane this Throwback Thursday. Inside Alive 1 to 5 with yours truly, Sarah and the Chirpy One. Tune in at 1:45 for a whirlwind of wordplay with Menticize. Prayer Warriors unite, fuel your faith and ignite your spirit at 2 p.m. with Prayer Blast. At 2:15 inside Piece of the Past, we look at something from the past. At 3 p.m., take a musical trip back in time with our Throwback Thursday playlist. At 4:30, stick and stay for more fun coming your way as Auntie Vashti wraps things up with the Small People Show. All this and more will come alive this Throwback Thursday with me, Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station, Love 101.
Come on now, move. Everybody move. Come on now, move.
Grace is giving shoppers discounts on over 20 of your favorite Grace products when you cash out at participating supermarkets. The time by Grace Good Move is
7:15.
You know what happens when you mix one packet of Tang? Flavor, freshness, and good vibes fill the whole big jug. It keeps giving more and more, enough to share with family and friends. Now with vitamin C, D, zinc, and fewer calories, so everyone feels great. Make Tang and turn any moment into something delicious. Tang, the flavor that keeps giving and refreshing.
This is a national call for nurse volunteers. Jamaica must recover after Hurricane Melissa. Our communities must heal. If you're a licensed registered nurse, enrolled assistant nurse, or registered midwife, your skills can make a life-saving difference. Join the recovery effort. Contact the Health Emergency Operations Center at 8881-LOVE. That's 888-6653, or visit moh.gov.jm to sign up today. Let's heal together. Let's rebuild together. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Grace is giving shoppers discounts on
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint, and this is the first watch. We are discussing the whole matter of AI-generated gospel music. And in so doing, we have online Jimmy Sinclair, who is an AI producer and a songwriter, and Jermaine Edwards, gospel recording artist. Welcome again to you, gentlemen. Yeah, Jermaine Edwards, just for clarification, based on what you just said, would you do an entire song, AI generated, a gospel song?
No, I wouldn't do a whole song.
And why not?
Because I'm already doing what I can do and I'm good at what I do. What I would do is if, for example, I just released an EP 2 weeks ago and it has been it has 4 songs in the top 20 in Jamaica. It's the first in the history of gospel music. A gospel artist would have 4 songs in the top 20. You know what I mean? Now, I am #1 streaming in the whole entire gospel Caribbean as a gospel artist. Now, if I am doing that, My Beautiful Day went 4th most viral in the whole entire world, and I am a writer, what I would do is use what I already have as a gifting and then use the AI to assist me to do better.
But you wouldn't do an entire song.
It would make
AI
sense.
generated song.
No, it would make sense. I would actually test my ideas against it to make
But
it
why
better.
not? Why not, Jermaine Edwards? If you have warmed to the whole concept of using it as a tool, why wouldn't you do an entire song AI generated?
Because what it does is it provides what it can do for you. But if you have an ear for music, then maybe that's not the best. You get an idea from it, but it's not the best for you. But it makes you smile when it comes up with concepts and you say, okay, this is great. So I didn't like how you phrased that. I didn't like how the keyboard that you use there. I could put my own keyboards there. I could do anything I want to do with it. But you give me an idea on which I can build on to make it better.
Do
Because
you
the
have
truth of the fact is,
concerns?
Chat
I'm sorry.
GPT is the AI tool. And when you're writing letters or prompts, you're giving the prompts to do it, whatever. It's still your concept. You're going to see a generic one come and you will know the difference between a proposal from somebody who just type in something and just do it, or somebody who said, no, that's not correct. Take out that, make it shorter, whatever the start. So it's still smart people will understand how to use Chat GPT or AI in music than a regular person who just like, wow, yo, I feel like I'm powerful. I can do something I've never done before. You understand what I'm saying?
Would you have a concern with someone doing an entire song AI generated?
My only
That's the song.
concern is when Billboard and all of these entities start to create their own persons and the AI voices. There are so much stringent rules on certain things that they are making AI artists climb the chart over humans. Um, Back in the days, I'm probably sure years ago that would never be happening. But I know the agenda of what's coming in the future and why the algorithms and all of these things is moving the way it's moving because of what's to come. So we know what's going on with this. We have power now. We're laughing with it. Same time how social media used to have power when you're on Instagram and you feel like you have all of these family, friends, and your fans that is following you. And then all of a sudden, social media take it all away from you and give it to some no-name persons who can just smile and get 50 million views. You know what I mean? And those are people don't understand what is actually happening there. It's taking away the celebrity of the power, the vocals that we have, giving it to anybody who can just dance and who can do anything, and then and take it back from them. And then who is the king? Social media. So we become slaves.
All right, Jimmy Sinclair, your response to what Jermaine just said.
All right. I'm a technologist first and foremost, which yeah, no, I don't think I made that clear because I'm in IT. I've been in IT from in 90s. Now, AI is, as we said, a tool, and I think that people don't realize with AI, Chat GPT, for example, the tool is actually trainable, which is one of the marketing things for AI. You essentially can train it to be your personal assistant. So the more you use it, the more it becomes familiar with you. So Jermaine is writing a song. He has a particular style. Over a while, I mean, when it generates the generic version, you can go through, you can make your corrections, you can read it through, you can say, no, that don't sound human. That's
Mm,
not my style. You can correct it. Over time, the tool adapts to your style. And then when you go in now, let's say if you don't have a full song, let's say you have an idea. For example, my song Piece from Pieces started with exactly just that, the line piece from pieces. And,
mm,
and and it was really referring now to, when you get your life takes a bad turn on you, when everything goes wrong and stuff, you manage to rebuild and
mm,
find peace in the middle of the storm.
mm,
So I started with the concept and then I worked my way backwards into a song. No, the song it generated, I didn't like it. I've had many times where I'm fighting with the tool from hours just to try and get the right feel, because I try my songs are designed not just to be words, but they are also words to connect with you emotionally, words to connect with your mind, words so that when you listen to them you can actually relate to what's happening, which means I have to put me into the song. So the
mm,
tool helped me to polish all of that and go through. And over time, for the last few months or so that I've been using it, I've seen where the tool has adapted. So even when I do a complete song and I push it in and say, okay, because I'll use it to rate the song, we'll use it to analyze it to see where there are errors and the flow. It has gotten so much better now that the production time for me is a lot shorter than it was when I just started, because the tool now knows me. When I'm generating, for example, my YouTube tags, it automatically puts in all of my Spotify links and everything one go without ease. So I wouldn't say, knock it. So in Jermaine's case, he does his song, it comes up with a concept he likes on an instrument. You can also recode like Sono to do it. But then when you get, let's say you get a version you like. So this is the
mhm,
version closest to what you really want. You can now pull the professional wave file and then you can now stick it into the studio machine, the DAW machine. You can extract the stems that you want. You can remove the vocals that it has generated. You can now add your piano or whatever sound you want that's specific to you and now customize what it has generated and then record your voice over it. But it would have already eliminated 90% of the work that you do in terms of your creative. You'd have already gotten a sound, you'd have gotten a flow, you probably would have had your background vocals. And I do hope Jermaine will take some time to listen to my album. I'll put the link in the chat for Piece from Pieces so he can also see, because I went a little while, not really wild, it was more praise and worship generated. So, it's not, my songs are not basic. They are not as basic as some of the AI songs I've heard, because I've heard some of them, and as Jermaine said, it's just somebody going to something and they just prompt, generate a song and stuff. My songs aren't that. My songs are all
well,
properly designed, properly produced.
let me ask you then, Jimmy Sinclair, how do you respond to those who preface by saying that gospel music is rooted in personal faith? And how can AI, which has no such experience, authentically express praise and honor to God?
Well, I'd first say that the songs that are generated were not generated by, I mean, they were created by AI. The thoughts, the words, and the feelings that go with the AI, the wording of the song is human. Some of these songs are my personal experiences, they are my personal struggles.
But
And
the finished product, I'm sorry, the finished product,
the
Jimmy,
finished product,
it,
boy,
it's not
let's
it's
say
not
this.
human.
Not human, but honestly, if some of the songs you hear them, if somebody don't tell you it's not human, you don't know it's human. The
No, but
models in AI are so well trained, they do express emotion, they do feelings, they do put all of everything in it. It's just The issue is because you know it's not human, you don't connect with it. But if a stranger hears a song and says, I've had one of my albums, there is a friend of mine that started listening to it and she called me back and said, Jimmy, I can't finish it because all I'm doing is crying.
Mm.
The words, the
That's an
arrangements and
emotional
how it
response.
sounded.
That's an emotional response right there.
Yes,
What
yes.
about live? What about live performances? Jimmy Sinclair, how would that be done,
I,
if at all? I shouldn't say
for me,
performance. Live ministry,
this
ministry
is it.
to
I know
persons
AI
life. How
cannot.
would that be done?
AI as it is cannot perform live. Although there is technology now with holograms where people they're having. I mean, Michael Jackson has a whole show in Vegas and he's been dead for how long? Using holograms. But for me, I market my music as a digital catalog. So if somebody comes along and they say they like it, so Jermaine listens to my songs and boy, there's a song in there that resonates with him and he wants to sing it. It's a digital catalog. I can't sing. I have no intentions of singing. You can take that song and own the performance parts of it. I'll get my writers and production royalties, and the song can still go. And so for some of the artists that are fighting against it, okay, so somebody in here did a great song and it is within your vocal range or what you can manage, then you can also take the song and perform it and give the living life to the song while still maintaining the message of the song.
Interesting. Interesting.
So it
Jermaine,
becomes a digital catalog that you can pull music from too. So it also will enhance your ability to find new material from the various, a much wider database of sources.
hearing you. Jermaine Edwards, I think you have the final word. What's your
I,
take on all of what we just said a while ago?
it's a wider picture and it's a futuristic picture. It's an understanding of what is going on. This is what it is created to do. Take away from the authentic sense of things. The same thing with algorithms on social media. Those who write their songs from scratch and all these different things. What the AI does is it is taking away that art form and giving it to just anybody. So even right now, there's a number one song on the Billboard, and it's AI generated. You know what I mean? So we know what going on. We're gonna probably have in the next couple of years or so forth
Everything.
a Billboard chart that has many AI at the top. What that does, it makes the people who have the real raw talent. And let me tell you also, AI studied it's a combination of all the great hits that ever happened in the past, the
Mm-hmm.
musical sounds of each genres, and it studied all of them and it pulls it and give you what a pun supposed, what a hook supposed to be, what a bridge supposed to be, what's the best this. So that's how even when in mastering suite of AI, it studied the best master, the best everything, and it gives you a waveform or a curve that your mix supposed to fit in for it to be industry standard. And they
Yeah.
just package all of that and just give you one go. As I
Gentlemen,
said, pay attention.
got to go. All right. I guess the discussion, the debate will continue on this matter. Thank you so very much for joining us. Jimmy Sinclair, AI music producer and the songwriter, Jermaine Edwards, gospel recording artist. Have a blessed day, gentlemen.
You
All right,
also
you
bless
too.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, listeners and viewers, for being with us for the first watch. We will take a break and we'll be right back.
Start your journey with a JN Small Business Loan with small business loans as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million. The time by JN Small Business Loan is
7:30.
We are by your side, looking after life. We've been here for 25 years and we are Guardian Life. Just getting started, leading the way every day, protecting you and yours at every stage. Guardian Life. Looking after life, caring for family, caring for you. Looking after life is what we do.
For every generation, for every stage, your partner for 25 years. Guardian Life.
Looking after life.
Here's why you can't afford to miss the Morning Watch.
I love listening to the Morning Watch because topics are discussed and issues are highlighted that are of major importance, which in turn edify me.
The Morning Watch, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
I like listening to the Morning Watch. I find it very informative. I find it very interesting. The topics that are covered are very, very wide.
The Morning Watch, thought-provoking, insightful, current. Listen for the probing questions with attorney at law Stokely Marshall and the in-depth discussion with Reverend Dr. Dylan Toussaint.
Every Tuesday, the Morning Watch is brought to you by Bashco. Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. Let's now look at some headlines in our newspapers. Prisoner drowns after jumping from police vehicle at Flat Bridge. Paulwell calls Green's comments on Hurricane Melissa oversight disingenuous. Health Ministry says over 5,000 kilograms of food condemned during recent assessment of food establishments. Wow. Curfew imposed across sections of southern parishes, and NWA reopened section of North Coast Highway through Sandy Bay, Hanover. Those are some of the major headlines in our newspapers. Well, coming up next, we'll share some of the feedback from our social media question. Should AI be used to create gospel music, or does it compromise the message and ministry? What do you think? Leave a comment on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, Love 101 FM Jamaica, or WhatsApp 876-997-3125. We'll be right back.
Eternal Father.
Right now, our brothers and sisters in Western Jamaica are hurting. Homes have been destroyed. Families are struggling to start again after Hurricane Melissa.
Love 101 FM, the family station, is calling on you to join hearts and hands in love in action.
You can make a difference today by donating cash or kind to help rebuild lives.
We're collecting non-perishable food items,
Bottled water,
baby supplies,
hygiene products,
toiletries,
cleaning supplies,
bedding, tarpaulins, and small household items.
Drop off your donations of cash and kind at Love 101 FM or participating partner churches island-wide.
Every can, every package, every dollar helps bring hope to the hurting. Together, we are Love in Action. Love 101 FM,
the family station.
Receive words of strength from the Voice of Power with Bishop Dr. Delford Davis.
The battle of seed has been declared many years ago and is still raging. I will put enmity between thee and between the woman, thy seed and her seed. A war will be on perpetually until Jesus returns. But I know who has already won the war. I know who has already won the war.
That's the Voice of Power with Bishop Dr. Delford Davis, brought to you by the Power of Faith Ministries International in Portmore. Voice of Power comes to you every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
Speak, my Lord. Speak, my Lord. Speak, and I will answer. Lord, send me.
Get ready to take a trip down memory lane this Throwback Thursday inside Alive 1 to 5 with yours truly, Sarah and the Chirpy One. Tune in at 1:45 for a whirlwind of wordplay with Mental-Size. Prayer Warriors Unite! Fuel your faith and ignite your spirit at 2 p.m. with Prayer Blast. At 2:15 inside Piece of the Past, we look at something from the past. At 3 p.m., take a musical trip back in time with our Throwback Thursday playlist. At 4:30, stick and stay for more fun coming your way as Auntie Vashti wraps things up with the Small People Show. All this and more will come alive this Throwback Thursday with me, Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station, Love 101.
Come on now, boom. Everybody, boom. Come on now, boom.
Hey, small people crew, it's me, Auntie Vashti, and there's so much about Jamaica. I can't wait to share it with you. Join me this Thursday at 4:30 p.m. on the Small People Show, where little voices make big sounds. Listen every Thursday on Jamaica Up Close. It's all about our treasured island, Jamaica, from fun facts to hidden gems and all the things that make us truly special. Don't miss out. Tune in this and every Thursday on Jamaica Up Close at 4:30 p.m. with me, Auntie Vashti, only on the family station, Love 101.
Small people doing big things forevermore.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. Let's now join Jokal for a look at how our Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp friends answered today's question. Should AI be used to create gospel music, or does it compromise the message and ministry, Jokal?
All right, so we have some responses here. Hyacinth Campbell says, Hyacinth Daily, rather, I have no problem with it. Radio and TV play both secular and gospel music. AI is okay for me. Our choices is what matter as usual. All right. Nicole says, all the AI systems reminds me so much of the 2002 movie called Simone, who was an AI actress starring Al Pacino. She allowed a lot to believe she was real, so I don't like AI. It's too deceptive. All right. Edna in Montego Bay sent a voice note. Let's hear from her.
Good morning, watch. Good morning, Love 101 listeners and staff. And I don't see anything wrong with AI generating music, song and stuff like that, and anything for that matter, because AI is here to help us. I've been introduced to the AI, the concept of AI, through a course that I did with Internet Income Jamaica and NCB Foundation, and it's a very good course that teach about AI and stuff like that, where you can be creative in so many ways. I use AI to help with my morning devotion. I give them the text and tell them how I want it. I want a reflection. I want the date and whatever, and AI did do it for me to make it easier for me. So with my timing, so it helps us not to take over, but it helps and it makes life much easier. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
All right, that's Edna in Montego Bay. Monica says, as the quote said, not because something is the product of human technology doesn't mean it carries the much needed heart. If we don't praise him, then the rocks will cry out. Well, me don't want to AI for cry out and praise God for me. Creative tool or not, I must be the one making a joyful noise unto the Lord from my heart. And those are our responses.
Interesting. Okay, thanks to those who responded. Interesting stuff. As we segue into the second watch, of course, following the passage of Hurricane Melissa, communities across Western Jamaica continue to pick up the pieces. And according to a recent Gleaner report, several church buildings were among the many victims, with roofs destroyed, sanctuaries flooded, and congregations displaced. Many are asking how churches can rebuild both their structures and their spirits. Well, to discuss this, we have online so far Bishop Reverend Dr. Roy Notice, who is the National Administrative Bishop of the New Testament Church of God. And we hope to be joined by another bishop momentarily, who is now on, I understand. All right, Bishop Christine Gooden Bengushe, President of Jamaica Council of Churches, and the District President of the Methodist Church in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the Americas. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Great, good having both of you so early in the morning. Bishops, give us an update, please, on the overall impact of Hurricane Melissa on the churches within your denomination. Beginning with you, Bishop Gooden Bengushe.
All right, good morning again.
Morning.
Just to indicate that as it relates to the Methodist Church, we have roughly counted to date 30 chapels that have been affected. And just under about 13 of them demolished.
Wow.
And then in addition to that, we have the church premises that have been affected. Right. Roads. Right. And not to mention our schools. We do not have a final count of schools that would have been demolished or partially demolished.
30 chapels affected and 13 demolished. Totally destroyed.
Yes. Well,
oh my. Oh my. Bishop Dr. Roy Notice, your updates.
Yes, good morning again. Bishop Christine's story is not unlike ours. In the Cornwall region, we have roughly 123 congregations. And from the reports that we have received so far, we have over 80 churches that have reported damage. And of that amount, we have so far 15 that were totally demolished. We have 12 that have lost their roofs completely, 8 that have suffered significant roof damage. And as we start to move around and look at the churches, there are some that said that they could have rebuilt, but when we begin to examine the walls that are standing, there is great structural damage. So some of these you can't put anything else on it; you have to take them down. So the damage has been very extensive, and the reality is very disturbing.
80 churches damaged, 15 demolished, 12 have lost their roofs, and 8 with significant roof damage. We need a break to absorb all of this this info. We'll be right back after this break.
We know you're making every dollar work harder, choosing carefully, buying what you need, and making it stretch as far as you can. That's why Grace is giving shoppers discounts on over 20 of your favorite Grace products when you cash out at participating supermarkets. It's our way of helping you sweeten moments together, share more meals, and take care of the people you love. Make a good move with whole heap of savings from Grace.
Mama work hard, for real. She do the most to send me and my brother go school. So, the dream was always to go to university. Well, I fulfilled 2 dreams with 1 Jane Bank savings plan, you know. I further my education and I make mama proud.
Save so you can make the part, travel part, graduate like a star.
Stop wishing you could. With your Jane Bank savings, you absolutely can. Jane Bank will help you find a way.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint, and it's the second watch. We're looking on Hurricane Melissa's impact on church buildings. And in so doing, we have online Bishop Christine Gooden Bengushe, President of the Jamaica Council of Churches and District President of the Methodist Church in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the Americas. We also have Bishop the Reverend Dr. Roy Notice, National Administrative Bishop of the New Testament Church of God. And in the first half of this, the second watch, we got some information from them, an update really. 30 chapels, 13 demolished in terms of the Methodist Church, in terms of New Testament Church of God, 80 damaged with 15 demolished. Generally speaking, bishops, how have these damages affected church activities, both within and outside the church buildings? Beginning again with you, Bishop Good Bengusha.
All right. For the wonderful thing about it, and this is something that happened when we had Hurricane Beryl, because in the case of St. Elizabeth, they were affected in Beryl at the very same areas that been got hit this year.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing that I noticed is that in spite of everything, their spirit, their attitude, still one that held to their faith, regardless of the challenges. They were willing to push through. I, in fact, sent a note to our churches in Lucy Circuit, St. Elizabeth Circuit, and the most devastated was to say to them, whether it was close to a tree, in a room that they could find, or out in the open spaces, take the time to spend in worship. And I must say that they have been, I've been getting back report when they get a chance to be able to send a note that they have been, some of the chapels that have been partially damaged, they have been trying to clean those out and have gone to the section of the chapel that is usable, and they have been trying to worship and know that their homes also have been partially or completely. Yes.
Yes. So worship is continuing, even though not in the same space and place.
Yes.
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 Okay. Bishop, Reverend Dr. Notice.
Well, one of the encouraging stories I received is yesterday on my way from Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. We were able to get connectivity. I got a message from on my phone from a pastor out in Cascade who was reporting, damages to the churches in her district, and all the churches are damaged. But at the end of the note, she said, Bishop, we had church on Sunday. 35 of us gathered, and one lady gave her life to the Lord.
Wow.
And I mean, that just encouraged my spirit, because I know that her husband's home was damaged, farm was damaged, but at the same time, the people of God are gathering, cleaning up the sanctuary, finding a place to worship. I went to another church last week Sunday, down in Hartford, Westmoreland, and the pastor was there meeting with his council members, just discussing the way forward. We prayed with them, and the fact that people can be talking about the way forward, it means that there is hope, and they feel that they're going to come out of this, and I connect my faith with theirs.
Yes, yes. What is presently being done to address the damages that have been done to your church buildings, and how effective have these initiatives been so far? Beginning with you, Bishop Dr. Notice.
I think we're at the stage of assessment that I think is going to be very critical, this stage, because so many of the churches have structural issues, and the hurricane was very powerful, and the damage is pretty bad. So right now, we're saying to pastors, yes, if it's a zinc sheet that has been removed, put it back on. But if it's the entire sheeting and the roof has been damaged, let's be careful how we build back. Because we have to abide by codes, and we have to ensure that when we're building back, it's better. One and two of the churches, we certainly feel they need to be relocated because of where they were built. So we, the process may be a long process, but we're trying to get back those churches up that the damage was not very significant. And some of the pastors have started doing that. We're giving support from our national offices to help with that.
And you're getting support from overseas as well, or as
No,
yet?
we have been overwhelmed by the kind of expressions of compassion and the tangible gifts that we have been receiving from our overseas partners, especially the international body that we have been a part of. Our international overseer actually took the trip down to Jamaica. We did a tour. We went to Black River. We went different parts of St. Elizabeth, and they have committed, and different partners with our diaspora congregations out in New York and other places are committing to help us. So we are doing the groundwork, preparing thorough reports, so that when we get the help, we can channel it properly.
Yes. Bishop Gooden Bengushe.
Yes, in a similar manner, like Bishop noticed, we have received offers for assistance. Right now, there has to be an assessment of the situation, because when I toured the last area we went was Trelawney, southern Trelawney. And then when I reached the hill, in terms of being on that hill in Warsaw, and I saw the damages to that church, also Spring, Sawyers, all those areas, and the roof is gone, yes, but when you look at structure, it cannot be in some instances you have to do a brand new structure. And so we need to have a proper evaluation done, and then we are in a better position to be able to say to those who are extending to us regionally and internationally through our church, this is what needs to be done, and this is what we need. Like the New Testament church, where it is possible for us to just have a few sheets of zinc or lard, or those materials, or windows replaced, those can be done for minimal or partial damages. And we can also use tarpaulin to temporarily cover, because the continuous rainfall in the afternoons in these localities are affecting the work as well.
Yes.
So we will continue to do that until we can do a proper assessment.
Yes. I gather that some of the church buildings that in the Methodist Church, I know Baptist and others, are regarded as heritage sites. Any of those, right? How are we going to deal with that, Bishop Gooden Bengushe, in terms of rebuilding better, but yet still maintaining the heritage?
Right, because of because I'm associated with the Jamaica Council of Churches. What I know, and the bishop noticed, perhaps would have heard it in one of our meetings, that because we're under the auspices, I know that Minister Grange, who is also responsible for chairing the National Heritage Trust, they are in fact seeking. The details have not yet been fully worked out, but they are seeking to look at the buildings that have been designated as heritage trust sites to get an assessment of the damages, and then to be able to see, of course, they will need assistance to be able to help us to be able to look at buildings and possibly to whether to have them reconstructed as best as, because there are significant features about these buildings, and whether or not these significant features can be preserved in light of devastation.
Right. It's a delicate balance, because you want to also build back better, looking into the future. Bishop, Dr. Notice, as far as you're aware, are there signs of collaborative efforts across denominational bounds, if I could say so, in addressing the concerns and the needs?
I believe so. I believe I'm a part of many conversations with people, leaders across denominations, and we have been just talking as to how we can go forward. I think it needs to move to the level where churches within a community can begin to speak to say, okay, 3 churches are damaged, 1 is up. How can we partner? How can we use the facilities? How can we come together as people of God in terms of relief distribution, but also in terms of worship space? How can we share space as one congregation rebuilds? I think the conversations are going on, and in the weeks ahead, we hope that the conversations will bear fruit.
Right. And I guess same thing you would say. Yes.
I just want to add to what Dr. Roy has said, that even in going forward, one of the things we have to look at, based on the churches in our hills, real rural areas, does it make sense to build back
there
3 congregations when perhaps the numbers that we have in the Baptist, the Methodist, the Anglican amount of this? Do we need to just perhaps build one structure and we all worship
so
at different times?
some serious
using the
decisions
same
need to be made.
building?
Yes.
So some very serious
Yes.
need to be looked at as we have, as Bishop Notice has really said, these conversations, and to see how best we can work smart and unify ourselves as churches. So we may not have worship at the same time, but can we not just reconstruct one building and then we share the one?
I've had an interesting question sent to me, and I gather that some persons perhaps are asking, is there a special message from God regarding the number and extent of damages to churches? Bishop Notice, quick response to that?
I think any kind of response has to be on the foundation of humility, because we don't know exactly the mind of God. But I think that this storm has reminded us that church is not the building. The church is the people of God. And we have to use this to call ourselves back to faith, simple faith, deeper love, greater unity, and also to hear God's voice saying to us, "Be still and know that I am God." There is also the call to examine our own lives and see what is valuable and how we are living. I think that's critical, and we have to process that in the weeks ahead.
Bishop Gooden Bengushe, your response to that?
Sir. It's similar. And just to see that it's not just a call to the churches, but it's a call to the entire nation. And perhaps for such a time as this, a call for unity as a people of God, a call to recognize that we are to depend upon God, and certainly a call to repentance.
Good note on which to end. Good note to which to end. We gotta leave it there. Thank you very much, Bishop Christine Gooden Bengushe, President of Jamaica Council of Churches, and Bishop the Reverend Dr. Roy Notice, National Administrative Bishop of the New Testament Church of God. Have a safe, productive day, and the best wishes, all the best in your endeavors going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, listeners and viewers, for being with us. For information or get copies of this program, call our production department at 876-968-9596-7. This has been the Morning Watch. Thanks to our producer, Yashika Nevers, and our guests. Please join Mr. Stokely Marshall next week as he continues to look at the issues of the day. I'm Dylan Toussaint, returning you to Love in the Morning with Jukal Dyer.